So after the short Paladin intermezzo, I think I want to try Druid. It's been a long time since I played Druid, especially on stream. So let's see if we can make it work still.
Malfurion versus Jaina.
I'm not sure about its current state in the meta, so best is to check it out, I guess. Chose this version because I really like double force after the release of Thaurissan. And also having 2 BGH targets that do something the turn they are released. I like the 7-8 curve of Boom and Rag. Unfortunately, I don't like this curve at all. I mean, I tossed away 4 cards and didn't get any ramp. Even after drawing 5 more. But there is some. So now I have to think a lot. I think I want to get rid of this thing. The problem is if I innovate the Keeper, I won't have something for the next turn. And then I can coin Belcher, which might be too slow. I could coin Swipe next turn. I don't want to swipe this. I might have to swipe a Flamewaker maybe. Okay, let's just go for it. Keeper's just such a great tempo play. And if he plays Flamewaker now, I can coin Swipe, kill this, kill the Flamewaker. This would be awesome. Yeah, Portal for 1 is so huge. I don't want to give him this edge. 4 health minion would be perfect. Could he play for 1? Or I can Ogre Magi. Yeah, this would be fun. I wonder why he... Okay.
I'll put it on your
Ah, I see. That's interesting. If I coin Swipe, I don't have a turn 4. Question is, do I want to take like 10 damage from this? The answer is probably maybe. I'll go for this, because next turn I can coin out Belcher if I want to. If he clears it like this, it dies to collateral swipe damage. Okay, so I wouldn't have had to hit this, I guess. It's not that bad actually. Could swipe this, hit this, see what happens. Play one of my 5s and then play one of my 7s.
What to do?
Could also play Belcher. It lines up quite well against both of these. Coin Druid of the Claw doesn't make too much sense, I think. Just overkills this and then he pings and this lines up quite well again.
What to do?
Although maybe it does make sense. Because it forces him to ping. Let's try this. Although, no. Fireball is like 9 damage to the face afterwards. Then I have to do... Nah, well then I can play the Belcher, I guess. It's rough.
What to do?
But this is an unfavorable matchup anyways. So I have to take some risks, I feel like. So at least a little bit better against Flame Cannon. Okay, so he went for this play. Throws this one out. Okay, so this might be very interesting. Might not be though. Thought about swiping this, hitting this. Like, if I would have drawn a Wild Growth, it would have been a lot easier now. Could red this and swipe whatever comes out and then hit this. Still have this around. But he didn't have a Fireball. This was... yeah, that's an easy call. Let's just do it this way, because I can swipe and red next turn anyways. Which will enable me to kill a lot of stuff, hopefully. And then I can play one of my 7-drops, probably Boom. Because I might need the lore for healing.
What to do? What to do?
I might need more options though. It's not easy.
I have no time for games.
Ah, where's my keeper then? Ooh, nothing. Okay. Well, it's kind of understandable because this lines up quite well. I suppose play it after, so you would get at least a slime. If I somehow trade in everything. So this is 5. 5 plus 6 is 11. I have 15 damage. I'm not that far off, actually.
What?
I'll just sit there and wait. Let's see what comes out of this shredder. Brr, brr, brr. Okay. Interesting.
Time waits for no one.
Can get one of these weak minions of the Sylvanas, like a slime or a 2-1. That's rough. That's rough to deal with. I guess if I just play Druid of the Claw, you can steal a Belcher. If I do it in Taunt. Let's see, that's 5, that's 9. Opponent down to 13, this doesn't do anything. I just play my own Boom. But he could line it up to steal my Boom. Maybe? Oh, let's just go for it. I mean, I have a Savage Draw. If something on my board survives, I might be able to... Like, I have Druid of the Claw and Savage Draw. So I have, like... 6, 8 damage from my hand. So I need, like, one of these guys to survive. Which is not entirely true. I need 2. One is not enough. 4 would have been nice. I might have to go for a one-shot rag also. We'll see. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Time runs out on me.
That's really unfortunate. 50-50 Sylvanas. Oh no, 100% Sylvanas. Well, that's great for you, mister. Perfect boombots.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Oh. Well, that's why I play Double Force, I guess.
I can see.
I was pretty much behind the whole game. This Ancient Brewmaster line up against my minions quite well, and yeah, came out like before I could have swiped without coin.
Malfurion.
And then
versus
the Mage.
Jaina.
So I guess it's time to tech in Chasmistic again.
I must protect the wild.
Such a shame. That's like always the case with Druid. I don't feel Druid anymore. I played it a lot in like season 1 or something, which is more than a year ago now. But I don't feel it anymore. I just get these cards. It's like the most expensive and the second most expensive card. It's like 1 in 1, 1 in 30, no, 1 in 29 and 1 in, no, 3 in 28. So, yeah, we can go from there. Oh look, a mad scientist. I can't even wrap this because I have these 2 minions. Still have to do it though. And I don't know. I need something else. Maybe it's freeze? Maybe it's freeze. Let's see if it's freeze. Seems to be freeze. The stack is pretty good against freeze mage, I think. Like this version, Ragnaros is super good against freeze mage. Double force is also quite good against freeze mage. I think I don't want him to draw here. Keeping the swipe for some reach should also do a lot. Five health should be somewhat similar to 6.
The end is coming!
It's pretty desperate. I don't feel like I want to use a swipe on this. Just because I don't have a next turn anyway, so I could have developed this, but I couldn't have because I would have played swipe. And it's one before the Thaurissan also. Sylvanas is cool, but doesn't line up too well against Thaurissan, I think. I mean, it just kills it. So,
I have no time for games.
it's one of my more expensive drops, I guess. I'm not sure if I want to use the lore because of Naxxramas and heal and stuff. But I also need more cards. Okay, he doesn't have seem to have Thaurissan, which is pretty good for me. I think I used Shredder and then Ragnaros. It's pretty good against any kind of AoE. Also getting up armor is like a minor concern, but still a valuable one. Thaurissan now might be a problem. Okay. Might want to play Blizzard, but it's not going to help against this guy. So I have 14 damage the next turn. So he's at 13. If this survives, I have another 6, so it would be at 7. I could swipe Keeper, Hero Power. Well, and he uses a lot of resources for this guy, so that's cool.
Mind if I roll need?
I think I don't really care about this, do I? Let's see. I already did the math, but I forgot. So I have 14 plus 6, it's 20. Could be at 7. Then I would have this to kill him. So I would need to go all face. Okay, fine. Because Swipe will kill this one anyways. And if he doesn't Naxxramas himself, I can pop the block. If he Naxxramas me, I can still do like Big Game Hunter, heal myself with lore, have a random 2-drop around, like this guy, which he also has to get rid of, or at least, yeah, well, freeze.
I bring life.
Wow. Okay, I guess I might have silenced the loot harder. That was a big draw.
I've got the beast in my sight.
Like I could have popped the block, but I couldn't have killed. Like I would have died to Naxxramas and spells. So there's that.
By the power of Ragnaros, I have the power.
Oh, a Nova. Oh, this sucks. Questions: do I need to kill Thaurissan though? Might not. Like, probably doesn't matter too much. It might not matter too much. My only way of like both ways of killing it include swipe. No, I could just silence this guy, swipe his face. Swipe his face, silence this guy, makes even more sense. Armor up, which means I want to attack him first.
For the wilds. Time waits for no one.
Okay, so he needs exactly like Nova Doomsayer, I think, to not die instantly. Or 22 damage. But he played a Fireball, a Frostbolt, and an Ice Lance already. Oh, there's a Flame Strike. But he doesn't have an Ice Block, so if I draw into any kind of direct damage, like a Savage Draw, I just win.
Well played.
So this was the important part of going face first with the hero power. Instead of swiping him. I suppose, yeah. So the 1 health really mattered at this point.
Malfurion versus Geralt.
And a warrior. Haven't seen many Patron warriors around lately. I don't know why.
Protect the wild.
It just seems like there aren't any. Maybe I can get a wild growth for a change. There we go. Oh. So it's coin growth, shade, and then we go from there. Could innovate shade into wild growth, but this doesn't make too much sense. If I don't draw specific cards that I don't know for now. Well, I can save the coin this way, but I used the Innervate. So it shouldn't be worth it. Nope. Double swipe. Only good against frothing. I think I don't want to swipe an Armorsmith. Not really, at least. Turn 5 boom seems really tempting. Face. If I had a Savage draw?
Let the pain speak to me.
I guess let's just play it and trade, otherwise I would have to swipe this to deny him like a Taskmaster play next turn. You can kill it with a War Axe or execute it. I think I'm fine with both. War Axe means he takes 4 more damage. This turn could be Belcher or Whirlwind Execute. But that's still an investment. Took a lot of damage. I'm closer to combo range. Oh, so it's Patrons. Which lowers his survivability by quite a bit. And he also used like a Whirlwind already. That's a pretty good pickup. It's not the best one. Like, the best one would have probably been Thaurissan. Maybe Sylvanas. But overall, I just have to make sure that I can kill him if I draw Savage Draw. Problem is that these cards aren't very useful so far. I'm kinda tempted to play the BGH next turn if I don't draw anything. Just because it's Patrons, and I think most of the lists have cut Dr. Boom. Okay, so I got the Savage Draw, so I can deal 14 damage at least in 2 turns. So I need to put him. Yeah. So I could swipe this. Swipe his face the next turn, I guess. I need to swipe Hero Power though. I could swipe his face. Hero Power hit. Doesn't make too much sense. My Belcher dies to a Death Spite or an Execute, but I guess there's no easier way around this. And Death Spite means he takes 3 additional damage again. So my only problem would be Death Spite, and the turn afterwards, like Patrons, things. Might be better to Warsong Patron, might be a thing, so it might be better to trade off here. This lines up with this, he takes 5, 11, goes up to 13. 14 if he plays an Armor Smith, 15 if he plays something with it. I could also just swipe his face, make it pretty obvious. Let's see what I draw. There's an Innervate. Now that I think about it, Innervate Hero Power might have been better. No, not really. I'm playing around Warsong Patron. And if he plays Warsong Patron, he cannot play Execute anymore. So there is no Warsong, okay. I really hope there is no Execute. Okay, so I win. Because he didn't play an Armor Smith with this 2 mana. Power of finding wild growth on Innervate, I guess.
Malfurion versus Rexxar.
Let the hunt begin. I must protect the wild.
Turn 1 Druid of the Claw. Turn 2 Wrath. Turn 3, 4, 5 Hero Power. Turn 6 Thaurissan. Thaurissan.
I can fix anything.
Okay, so this is Mech Hunter. Oh, whoa, okay. Oops, turn 2 Druid of the Claw. This is still good enough. Oh, if I had a 4-drop. Or a Shade. This makes my next turn, if I coin Wrath, it makes my next turn really awkward. But against the Mech Hunter, I feel like I want to Wrath this, because he will kept these 2 cards. So he'll definitely follow it up with a Mech. And then I'm in trouble. But I also want to use Wrath against the Mech Whopper rather than against this, I guess. But I cannot afford to take this much damage early. Pass. I think maybe turn 2 Druid of the Claw is my best bet here.
Powering up.
Oh.
Portals online.
Or maybe I just keep this in check and yeah. This makes more sense. Next turn, Innervate Druid of the Claw. Next turn, coin Azure Drake. I could clear, but it doesn't seem worth it. This clears also. And gives me the flexibility of wrathing later. Maybe even with Azure Drake. Okay. I guess I have to swipe this. Azure Drake means that I take 6 more, then I'm at 15.
To my side.
Okay, that's good. Really like to play Thaurissan on 5. Ah, well, yes, I can. Whoops. So I can play next turn Boom, which will probably help quite a lot. Ooh. That's scary. Oh no, he sacrificed this. I could have BGH'd this. There's not much else to do, I think. Let's see if he has double kill command. Okay. For me, I guess. That's bad. That's good. And Huffer. Okay. That's 6. Might be an idea to Savage Raw this, but I'll take the 4 damage anyways. Let's see if I can draw something. Oh, this would have been so useful last turn. Actually, if I don't die the next turn I win. Maybe not. Oh no, regardless of... it depends. Okay, so this is 14, it's 19 minus... Oh. Minus 4 if it's freezing, minus a lot if it's explosive. That's 6, 8.
Trespasser.
Okay. So he either needs to clear this or I win. Or to kill me. But he couldn't kill me the last turn, so that he kills me now is kind of unlikely. He still's the one who gets to develop his board though. Was it 11? So he would have needed 3 damage. 3 is too much of a risk, I think. Otherwise I would have just replayed the Shade, I guess. Just because it guarantees lethal the next turn if he doesn't have a second trap.
I wonder. I moves quickly.
Okay. This move won't win him the game, for sure.